about you, but I need you to understand, in order for you to get where God ordained for you to be, you got to get on this ship, and while it's sailing, you have to understand that you are setting a cruise control. I need you to understand that God has a time plan, and He don't want you to get there too fast. So while they were on this ship, Bible teaches us that they made little progress, but the wind began to blow. I don't know about you, but ever since I came over here on this side, the wind has been blowing against my sail. But God is the God of the wind. I need you to understand that man cannot control the waves, and man cannot control the winds, but the winds and the waves, they must obey God. I need you to understand that I'm going to set sail and stay on my ship. Somebody open up your mouth and give God a praise. Watch the text. When the wind begins to blow, finally after days, I feel God of the same thing. Looks like Paul will get discouraged. It looks like the 276 people aboard the ship would get a little agitated now, because the first ship they was on, it looks like everything was rolling smooth. It was going fast. It was on time. And now time has slowed up since I've been on this ship. Now it looks like all hell is breaking loose in every area of your life. I need you to understand that you must break down before God begins to build you up. There has to be a breakdown, because He's getting ready to build you all over again. If you believe that, open up your mouth and give God a praise. Watch this. For many days they were sailing, and the passengers was glad to see another island called Crete. After resting, the captain thought about putting out to sea one more time. It seems like after I come out of one storm, God gives me time to catch my breath. And as soon as I catch my breath, hear that Jesus go again, releasing another storm in my life. I need you to understand that my body and my mind and my spirit has been conditioned for the storm. Open up your mouth, make a declaration, and go, I'm conditioned for the storm. I'm conditioned for the waves. I'm conditioned for the wind. I was built to go through this. He will put no more on me than I can bear. Open up your mouth and give God a praise. I got a little bit more to go. I feel like preaching today. Paul, being among the ship, Paul is the pastor now. In the beginning, he started out with the P as being a prisoner. Now Paul has to put on his pastor's cap. He got to put on his pastor's robe, and he has to begin to minister to 276 people that are on this ship, that are feeling a little weary. They're feeling a little tired. They're feeling a little fearful. Paul opens up his mouth and he takes charge. I need you to understand that God is getting ready to put you in a position to take charge. Look at somebody, say, somebody got to be in charge. It might as well be me. Watch this. Paul protested. He said to the people, watch this. Captain, I know you know more about this boat and this ship and this voyage than me, but I got a word from the Lord. Make sure that it's a word from the Lord, since you want to be in charge.
Make sure.
Please make sure.
Because while you giving your good advice, somebody is going to get shipwrecked.
Yeah, that's right.
Somebody is going to get hurt. Somebody is going to drown. Because you didn't consider whether the word was from God or whether it was from you. Watch Paul. Paul here says this voyage will bring much trouble among us, for sailing at this time of the year is very dangerous. Look at your neighbor and say, stay put. You ain't looking at nobody with your mean self. Stay put. To travel at this time would be very dangerous. And this is the time that the enemy is telling you, it's not God. Oh, time for you to move on. Really? Where you going? Where you going? You're in the fire. You get ready to go to the water and to the blood. Where you going? You get ready to set sail. This is your own way of escaping because you don't want to go through the storm. But you got to go through the storm to get to shore. And I'm not talking about S-H-O-R-E. I'm talking about S-U-R-E. To shore. For sure, he gonna watch over his word to perform it in our lives. The surety is his promise, God's protection, God's promise, God's presence, and God's prophecy over your life is at stake. So he tells them, check this out. I urge you to remain in that port for the winter. Just stay here for a while. I'm going to release you. Just stay here for a little while. I'm going to release you. I'm going to release you. Stay here for the winter. Most people want to, by God, I'm out of here. I don't do good with the snow. By God, I'm hitting Florida. I've got to go because it's winter. And when winter hits your life, everything begins to get cold. Everything begins to get frostbitten. The ground starts to dry up. No fruit is is growing. All you see and feel is the chill of the wind blowing in your life. And it is freezing cold. You're frostbitten in your anointing. You're frostbitten in your assignment. And the enemy starts to minister to you in your winter. But I need you to understand that God said, stay put. Jesus. It's not time to go. Watch this though. But after Paul protested for them to go, watch this. Then he told them, he says, this is not a desirable place. He's ministering. I need you to understand. This is not a desirable place. Everybody don't want to stay here. Everybody don't want to go through. Everybody don't want to stand the storm. I'm telling you that this is not going to be a desirable place. But I got good news for you. Watch this. The captain and many of the passengers were eager to go farther before they should stop for the winter. On the first fair day, the ship got it out to the harbor and entered into a broad sea. Why? Because everything looked good. Looked like the storm out on the ocean had ceased. But I need you to understand that it was a trick of the enemy to get them to move before time. Don't start your ministry before time. I know you feel it. I know you feel it. I know you do. I know God is calling you to a higher place. I know. You feel it. Yeah. You can't sleep, it's just burning you. Yeah, you ready. Because it looks like it's time for you to set sail. I need you to understand. You need to see Paul. Anytime I'm getting ready to do something crazy, I always go talk to the bishop. You don't come talk to me. You just do what you want to do because you heard God. You got this relationship with God. It's just you and Him, and you don't need me. We're under grace now. That was under the law. I hear